My name's Akosua, Annobi, and I'm a very good friend and mentee and all kinds of things, sometimes even big sister, even though I'm many years younger to Peter. And it gives me so much pleasure to be here today, definitely. I can't tell you how much of an impact that Peter's had on my life. I met him 15 years ago when, funny enough, he was roughly my age now. So it tells me I'm going to be 50 very soon. And I was working at a newspaper called New Nation newspaper. I was an entertainment editor there at the time. I was about 21 years old. And Peter was, he was running a record label called Trinity Music. And he had an artist by the name of Slim Dutty. And there's some fans in the house, some Slim Dutty fans. And he came to me as an entertainment journalist and said, look, I've got an artist, will you write about him? I was like, yeah, I was really into supporting UK music. And he came, first time I met him, and I did the interview, went really well. The following day I got a call and Peter was like, really impressed with the way you did that interview with Slim yesterday. I was like, okay. Yeah, have you ever thought of doing PR? Like, no. He's like, well, I'm looking for someone to do some PR for my artist. I think you'd be really good. Like, yeah, I don't do PR. I'm just a journalist. And eventually, he actually convinced me. Well, what he did is offered me some money and to look after his artists and basically to get some publicity in newspapers, in magazines, get him on radio. And what he was saying is that he saw in me something at the time that I didn't see in myself, which was, you know, this potential to promote outside of just working for a paper. And from there, our relationship grew. I ended up starting a PR company. Peter mentored me all the way through that. He helped me manage it for 10 years. I ran this company. Yes, it was serious. And he was with me at every step of the way. I was in my 20s. I mean, I was still kind of raving. I was still a little bit like, yeah, I was professional, but he had a lot of patience with me. He saw, I don't know, it was like a mustard seed at the time of faith in me that just grew and grew and grew. And so much came out of it. After that, I suppose during that time, we ended up developing a very strong friendship. Yeah, it gets emotional. It was a very strong friendship, and there's a lot that Peter did throughout my life at the time, growing up in my 20s. It was going on behind the scenes that, you know, supported a lot of what I did and was going through. It was amazing. In 2012, I remember I lost my mum very suddenly. Peter was there, as were many people, but I remember the very first Mother's Day that came after my mum passed away. And this is when I really realised how much of a true friend Peter was, because I was dreading Mother's Day. Peter had no idea, hadn't told anyone that I was dreading Mother's Day. Oh, I'm going to be indoors. He said, I'm taking you out. And he never mentioned my mum. He never said anything about, you know, why he was doing it, but we both know why he was doing it. And he took me to a comedy club in Harlesden. It was hilarious. I had the greatest time. It was so funny. Do you remember? You drove in one of your flashy cars. You got so many, I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I just had a great time. But you know, the deep, you know, all jokes aside, the deepness of that. Like when you are in a place where you are feeling so down and low and, you know, scared and all of the things that you don't really want to be feeling, and you have someone in your life who is looking out for you like that. You know what I mean? You don't even say what's wrong, but they can feel what's wrong. And Peter's that kind of friend to me, and I want to thank you, Peter, from the bottom of my heart for that. Seriously, even if it's just for that moment, thank you. It meant so much to me. It meant so much to me. So yeah, besides that, we've done lots of work. But I want to talk about not only sort of the business side of Peter tonight. I want to talk about the charitable side of Peter, because I thought I was the lucky one. I thought I was really special, and it was only me that he was treating like this. But it turns out he treats many people like this. He's a great friend to many people, and he's a mentor to many people. But even bigger than that, or just as equally as big, he is someone who gives back to his community in ways that people don't even know or recognise or understand. And that's what I'm hoping to sort of bring to life tonight. For Peter and for you guys as well, to get a more of a deeper understanding. And as we give thanks to the Almighty, hopefully we can also show our love and appreciation for Peter at the same time for what he's given back to the community in a very unsung way.